Since its inception on Kickstarter way back in 2012, Boosted has only used one type of deck for every variation of its electric rideable product, a longboard. And while longboards are a great option for mounting a motor and battery onto, the market desired something less long. After all, longboards are long, just like Longcat is long. In April of 2018, roughly 2 years after Boosted introduced Gen 2 of its boards, the company announced, I guess what's technically its third generation of electric boards. The Mini S, the Mini X, the Plus, and the Stealth. Every part of these third generation boards are now Boosted produced. The trucks, wheels, and deck itself, versus the loaded decks and orangutan wheels they were using on previous models. The Boosted Mini S is a $750 electric skateboard, emphasis on skateboard here. Has a top speed of 18 miles an hour and a range of up to 7 miles. It's got Boosted's standard range 99 watt-hour battery. In my testing, I was getting around 5 to 6 miles, but I shred. I ride at top speed as much as possible. In comparison, I was only getting about 4 to 5 miles on regular Boosted boards with the standard range battery, but that board goes 22 miles an hour. So less power output, the longer the battery will last. I'm certain you can hit 7 miles on a single charge if you're riding on the slowest mode. If you're familiar with Boosted boards, you'll feel right at home with the Mini S in terms of functionality, durability, and performance. It's got the same controller, the board goes forwards and backwards, and definitely has a nice kick to it. The Mini S is torquey and can climb hills, but unlike the rest of the Boosted boards, this one's only got 3 riding modes. To me, that top speed of 18 miles an hour feels a bit slow, but then again, I ride at 22 miles an hour on my Dual Plus. I try and go as fast as I can. To my surprise, that 4 mile an hour difference is very noticeable. The Boosted Mini's acceleration and braking are responsive, but not quite as insane as the more powerful Boosteds. The board only packs 1,000 watts of power in comparison to the 2,000 watts in the other models. It's less powerful, but that's by design. Compared to Boosted longboards, the Mini is definitely mini. The board is roughly the same size as a traditional skateboard, but this deck is like a fatty cruiser. It's concave and has a great little kicktail. And thankfully, Boosted included a tail puck on there to protect against wear and tear. And speaking of wear and tear, the new Boosted decks are no longer bamboo. Instead, use a composite poplar with reinforced edges that promise to prevent tail disintegration, something I've seen on way too many regular Boosted boards, including my own. I'm so happy Boosted finally addressed this. The Boosted Mini S is super fun to ride because of its small size. It's a totally different feeling than riding a longboard because this thing is definitely a skateboard. Because it's a skateboard and all of the components are right under the deck, there's no flex. However, it's way more nimble than riding a longboard. You can tic-tac, you can use the tail to stop, you can certainly take it off curbs, you can stomp the tail to pop it up, and it's way less of a pain to carry. The Boosted Mini weighs about 15 pounds because all of the components and motors, etc. But notice how my arm can hang all the way down and the board does not touch the ground. Tricking the Mini is tough. I tried over and over to bang out a clean ollie, but I could not do it. The motor's way down the rear of the board. But then I saw someone on the Boosted subreddit do a kickflip on the Mini, and my mind was blown. I was able to rock a motor-powered manual for a couple of seconds, and I bet we'll see some insanely long ones when better skaters get their Minis. You may be wondering how the Boosted Mini functions as a regular skateboard if you want to kick push it, let's say the battery dies. I tried kick pushing, and you definitely can't glide like you can on a regular skateboard. There's resistance because of the belt drive motors, and you've got to do a lot of pushing to stay moving. A board this small and powerful is definitely a compelling option for first-time buyers. If you're a high school student, live on a college campus, live in a city, or use short-distance mass transit to commute, I think this board is a great option because it's so relatively small and it packs a punch. However, it's a bit tough to recommend this particular version when the X exists. For $250 more, you get double the range and arguably a cooler looking product. One huge caveat though, you can't take the extended range batteries on planes. And no, you cannot swap the standard range battery on the S for an extended range pack. The boards are designed to only accept their respective size batteries. With that said, when it comes to buying an electric skateboard, this is what I tell everyone. Try and ride one if you can. It's impossible to tell you what it's like to be on one because the experience is something so unique if you've never ridden one before. If you already have some sort of electric skateboard and have been waiting for Boosted to make a smaller board and you don't plan on taking it on a plane, I definitely recommend getting the X with the extended battery. But if you don't intend on traveling and you don't care for the long distance rides, the Boosted Mini S may very well be for you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button for more videos like that. If you have any questions about the Boosted Mini, I'll be hanging out in the comments below. I'm looking forward to chatting. I'll see you in the next one.